With a few seconds left, Team Canada had the puck in Team USA's zone. Bowen Byram sends it out in front to Dylan Cozen, who, with like maybe point something seconds remaining, takes a shot and it goes in. The buzzer sounds, the fans are going wild, Team Canada is celebrating like crazy, but us viewers on the television, we look at the broadcast and we see the replay, and the puck crosses the line after the clock hits 0 seconds. And everybody at home, sitting over there in their couches watching this game, they're like, okay, it shouldn't count. This shouldn't be a goal. Just anybody with eyes who's able to watch this is probably able to figure out that, yeah, it wasn't in the time frame. It's not a goal. Alas, the Ivan Hlinka Memorial officials do not have the luxuries that we have. They do not have access to video review, which is why, in their defense, they made the call on the ice, yes, it's a good goal. And from that, Team Canada ended up winning the game in overtime off of a brilliant assist by Peyton Krebs, and there's a bit of an uproar right here. Now I'm going to admit, it was not supposed to be a goal. Everybody knows that. But this is nowhere near the referee's fault. Sure, they made the wrong decision, and anybody who has a TV and who was able to look at that would be able to deduce that, yeah, they made the wrong decision. But what else could they have done? They didn't have video review. Is it really the referee's fault that they went off of everything that was presented to them and everything that they had access to? Because if they had video review, this game would have been over. It would have been 5-4 USA, and everybody would have gone home thinking, man, Team Canada was 1 second away from tying the game up. Oh well. But sure, the refs did make the wrong call, but the fact that they don't have video review in this tournament is absolutely absurd. Because it's 2018. Everybody and their mother has video review, don't they? Like, everybody who was watching this game at home, and everybody who was watching the game in the arena, probably had access to video review. And I know, people in the arena, yeah, they probably either saw the thing on the screen, or they could have just pulled out their smartphones, gone onto Twitter, and be like, oh, that actually shouldn't have counted. Literally everybody in the building, aside from the players, the coaches, assumably, and the referees, had access to the results, and they had access to video review. So the fact that the ruling here is that the referees in the Hlinka Gretzky Cup aren't allowed to use video review to make decisions, that's crazy. Especially when you're faced with something like this. Because everybody in their right minds is kind of noticing that something was wrong here. Let's face it, Team USA. This team was not the best team that Team USA could have sent. Definitely not. The US development players not going definitely made an impact on the quality of the product that USA presented at this tournament. Jack Hughes. He would have made an amazing impact on this team, along with a few other names, but I digress. This team was going up against another one of these stacked Canadian teams, with all these amazing, highly touted prospects and whatnot. So the fact that they were really close to beating them, literally like a second away from beating them, which, let's face it, they technically did beat them if you don't go by the official verdict of the hockey game, but these kids, they're kids, 17 years old. These kids come over here defeating the Goliath of a team that's in front of them, only to have that stripped away and taken away by Peyton Krebs in overtime. That must feel horrible. I sympathize with Team USA. I sympathize with everybody who is looking at this and saying, yeah, no, that was wrong, because it was wrong. But the referees aren't at fault, because they couldn't have done anything better. If they said no goal, and this was a goal, they would have had their heads chopped off the moment they left the arena, because they're in Canada, and Canadians love their hockey. But the fact that they were not allowed to go to video review is just absurd. That's the ultimate enemy here. The fact that they don't have video review. Because the refs couldn't have done anything else. And it is super unfortunate to anybody who was cheering for Team USA or for Team Canada to watch things end up like that, because it was genuinely a great game. At least from what I've heard. Honestly, I didn't watch the game. I saw everything on Twitter unfold because, oh my goodness, everybody's messaging me like, oh, that shouldn't have counted, but it did, and now they won, what? And I know I probably should have told you guys at the beginning of the video that I actually didn't watch the game, but I think the idea of me watching the game versus not watching the game is irrelevant to the point I'm trying to make. In fact, I wasn't watching hockey at all today. I was watching a whole bunch of anime. Chio School Road, Grand Blue, Angels of Death, Happy Sugar Life, and the like. It was pretty good, but I did get a whole bunch of messages, and I did get myself up to speed with everything that happened during this game, and it's just unfortunate. It sucks. But no human is at fault here. Aside from maybe the one that said that they're not allowed to have video review, but everybody who was involved with that game, the players, the refs, the fans, no one's fault here. It's just the rules. Why don't they have video review? Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Plus, and that's Gaming, and bye.